NHL's pause continues, and so does this digital edition of NHL
Yeah.
Now. What's going on, everyone? Lauren Gardner, EJ Raddick here with you. Very excited to be joined today by the alternate captain of the St. Louis Blues and the reigning Stanley Cup champion, Ryan O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Reilly, thank you for joining us. And let's talk about the fact that most of us are sitting at home waiting for our Amazon orders. Meanwhile, you and your wife, Dana, are awaiting probably a much more exciting and important package.
Yeah, we got a baby due on the 15th of May, and it's very exciting. It's definitely one of the good things out of this whole situation that I'm able to be home and be with her and be with our other son as well, and just be around them. I think we weren't sure where we were going to be, and as of now, it looks like we're going to be here the entire time. So it's definitely a positive out of all this.
Well, you mentioned your son, Jameson. He's 3. Now you have the new one coming. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl at this point?
Nope. We're going to do a surprise and see what happens. But I'm feeling it's a girl, so we'll see.
Well, if it's a girl, Gloria, an easy name.
We'll see. It might be a tough swing, but
Wow, that's one of the biggest surprises you can ever receive in life.
Yeah.
And kudos to you and Dana for actually having the courage to wait, because I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Let's just talk about quarantine life for you guys for a little while. I know you're no stranger to these meetings and trying to keep in contact with people, but what have you been doing to fill the time?
Well, my little guy keeps me very busy. He's very active. He's like 2 1/4, and he's everywhere. But it's nice that we're in St. Louis. The weather's turning now. We got a beautiful backyard where we can, we're playing a little golf. We're chipping back there, and we got a pool we can jump in and such. So my days are pretty much filled with him, and then try to stay in shape. I'm doing what I can, the kind of little in-house workouts and such. But it's pretty much that's it. Waiting for the baby.
And how about the guitar? I know that you played the guitar. I hear you're playing it more now. Are you getting better? What are you working on?
I'm playing a lot of kids songs. I find I don't have enough time to kind of play the real kind of folky stuff I like to, because every time I pick it up, my little guy's there and he's asking me to play Pizza Party or something like that. So it's a little different. My genre has definitely changed what I normally like to play, but it's funny. It's fun playing around him. He'll grab a harmonica and we'll kind of have a little jam, and it keeps us busy, gives us a good laugh, and it's fun.
Wow, with the newest edition, you guys may have a family band. So once you retire, you can take that act out on the road. Obviously, we're all home for a very serious matter. We know that, the health and safety of everybody is absolutely paramount. And you found a way to give back, I believe, by donating hand sanitizer.
Yeah, the opportunity presented itself through one of my good friends and kind of someone I work with, Alan Boyton, who's out of Fergus, Ontario. He was able to kind of track some down and got a good price on it. And we just he's obviously done all the hard work for it, but reached out, see which places need it. And my area back home, a lot of places did. The hospitals, the nursing homes, the privately funded nursing homes are kind of in need of it. So I wish I could say I did more, but really he did all the hard work and found who's in need. And then I just did, an easy thing of kind of donating and helping out and starting this drive in our area. So it then kind of blossomed. There's so many people, around the community that are contributing and helping us out. So it's an incredible thing, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're being involved like that and helping where you can. All you guys, I know we've talked to a number of players, and guys are doing all kinds of different things to help. So that is really terrific stuff. I wanted to bring it back to hockey to ask you something, because, on this date last year, it's May 6th, I think, and you guys were getting ready for Game 7 the next day. You had one in Dallas in Game 6. You have the day off. You play and get ready for Game 7. Do you remember a year ago today what you were thinking about in preparing for a Game 7 at home against the Dallas Stars?
Yeah, I remember. I remember having that the big road win in Dallas. Played very well, and you could just tell the feeling around the guys coming into in the rink and such, it was just kind of a confidence that, we played hard, but we've kind of wore them down that it's time to close this thing out. And getting that 6th win, we were confident going into Game 7. And I thought we played an incredible game. You couldn't seem to put the puck in the net, but I thought we put so well dominated. Goes to overtime, and it's crazy when you think about that run and that series too. Like Jamie Benn's wraparound, which was like centimeters from going in the net, and it could have changed obviously the whole thing. It's amazing how many little details that could have changed the entire outcome. But lucky for us, we were on the right side of it.
Yeah.
And then we get that win, and obviously go on to the next one. But it was definitely obviously a new experience for me. Obviously getting that far in the playoffs and being in Game 7 like that was something I was just kind of soaking in.
Yeah, it really was an incredible story. And prior to this pause, you guys were in a good position in the standings to eventually repeat what you guys were able to do last year and hoist the Stanley Cup. Now, if and when the season does resume, how do you want this all to look? Because there have been a ton of ideas floating out around.
Yeah, it's tough to say because, obviously there's so much going on, so many unknowns, and, we're trying to get next year in and such, and condensing that. It's tough to say what will happen. I think it's got to be, the season I think should be finished out. I think it just, I know for ourselves last year, a short season would have hurt us. And, I think it's just fair to play the 82 games and the best, the standings from there, and you do the playoffs. And again, it's a full playoff with, you got to protect the superiority of the cup and how tough it is to win and play it all out. But, I think there's going to be in playoffs a lot of back-to-backs and such, and obviously condense it as much as possible. But, I would like to see the season play out very quickly, and then right into playoffs and obviously back-to-backs and, get in as quick as possible.
Wow, so much. I mean, we're so uncertain. So many things have to happen. We're hoping you guys can get back to it. Ryan, I have an old friend of yours with me here. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. It's really, Mike Bolt dropped it off, and he said, "This is it." So I saw your name on there. What do you remember about lifting this thing over your head that day? Because I remember being on the ice, and you guys were just, crazy. It's been a year now. What do you remember about it?
Oh gosh, just that feeling it's an awkward lift because of the shape of it. You lift it up, and I'm just I grab it. I'm like, oh, this is weird. But you put it above your head, and the adrenaline that I had, felt like I could have chucked it 30 feet.
Yeah.
It was just so emotionally jacked up. You just growing up, you watch. I've always kind of watched every team win the cup, and you see the guys lifting it, and then finally having that feeling and seeing the cup, and as I'm about to grab it, it's just like my whole childhood, everything just flashes before you.
Wow.
I finally did it. You're a part of a team that won a Stanley Cup. My name's and you lift it, and it just feels like it's just the ultimate hockey goal. It's so tough to explain, but it's just that feeling and the satisfaction of it. All the hard work that's gone into it with the team and your my family, the stuff that they've done. It's just it's not just me lifting. It's everyone that's helped me get to that time in my life is just a part of it, and I finally get to do it. So it's pretty darn amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely a very special moment and an incredible story of what you and your club were able to accomplish last season. But EJ, congrats to you because you were exhibiting an incredible amount of strength. I don't know what your workout regimen has been throughout quarantine, but it seems to be working. That is all the time we have, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on your newest edition. And we wish you, Dana, Jameson, and everyone else all the best. That does it for this digital edition for NHL Now. For Ryan O'Reilly, EJ Hradek, our great crew here with NHL Network, I'm Lauren Gardner. We'll see you next time.